Hey you guys, well this is take two because I forgot to record in YouTube, and one thing I have found with an iPhone 6 is if you don't record in the YouTube app, it's really hard to load it. So if you're a YouTuber, that's a little tip that I just figured out accidentally after doing a ton of research and not finding an answer. So I'm Courtney Robinson and this is my YouTube channel. Here I focus on financial independence, living simply, living purposefully, and on medical yoga therapy. I do this for fun and as a hobby, but I still would like to have more people follow because this is my passion. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe and share. I had been saying I was going to do some more videos on getting started on the road to financial independence. And this video is for people who are, let me see if I can get that a little better. For people who are in, it could be any place in life. Maybe you just want to, you're struggling financially, or maybe you just need to cut back your bills or downsize your life. Maybe you want to leave a better legacy to your children and be a better example to your children, or maybe you're completely overwhelmed and you don't even know where to get started. And so I know a lot of people in my life that are in these situations. I have a lot of loved ones in my life who are struggling financially. They're really good people. They just don't have, sorry y'all, I got a hair right in my face. They just don't have the financial skill set to know what to do. So over the next 4 weeks, I'm going to walk you through some simple steps to getting started on the journey into having a better life. I have a ton of videos on this channel that you can watch, and I would highly recommend watching those or going into the debt-free community to get more advice. Learn a little something every day, and it will help you so much. The first thing you want to do is to discover your why. So by that, it's very important. I say this all the time, but you have to know your why. Why do you want to be financially independent? Why do you want to be out of debt? Why do you want to get a handle on your finances? Do you feel that you struggle? Are you worried about your future? Are you worried that you haven't saved enough money for retirement? Are you concerned that you can't pay all of your bills? And so I have a lot of videos on scaling your life back painlessly that also might be helpful for that. But first of all, you need to discover your why. If you're overextended, if you feel like you're leaving a bad example for your children, if you feel that you don't have enough money to buy the things that you need or want, and you're always broke, this is a good place to start. So identify your why. Don't overthink it. Just what comes to you quickly. The second thing is to write down your income. Now, I have several people in my life that I'm helping that have really variable incomes, and they pick up a little side work here, they sell stuff. And so the best thing you can do is go by what you've had the last 3 months of your income. So, and if you're not sure, try to predict what you think you'll be making. So, for instance, if you have a little part-time job right now making $1,200 a month, and you have another income that's coming in at $500 a month, then you know right away you have $1,700 a month, okay? If you generally buy and sell things, or you sell things, like say you have a flea market booth or you have an online business and you average about $300 a month at that, then you know you have $2,000. My son blows glass and he makes an average of $300 a month blowing glass, selling glass work. So that would be something that he would include in his income. The next thing is to write down all of your expenses, not just your monthly expenses, but try to write down your yearly expenses, car tags, car insurance, your property taxes, anything like that that you pay, health insurance, things that you pay monthly, and things that come throughout the year that you might find to be a surprise if you're not prepared for them. You might also want to write down for car tires and brakes and things like that, or for any kind of repair money for your auto. However, if this overwhelms you to start to think about it, just write down the best you can. So your home, your utilities, any kind of debt you have, car payment, credit card, anything like that you have, write it down, and then write down anything else that you can think of approximately, if you're not sure, what it might be per year. All right. And then the next thing I want you to do is budget for this pay period. And this is one thing that has helped me so much. And I'm back to doing this now. And every time I do it, I'm grateful for it. I don't have to live on a super tight budget anymore because I've been doing this so long that my husband and I just naturally spend less than we make. So, but I do very often try to follow like cash envelopes or do moratorium on spending and not spend, no spend days, just to keep myself kind of in line with the finances. I shop deals. I don't shop unless I need something, all of that stuff. Even today, like we went to lunch and I chose a restaurant where I knew that the lunch menu would be cheaper than another similar restaurant that we go to. It's not any better, but it always ends up costing about double. So we just kind of live like that. We think like that. And once you start doing that, it becomes so much easier because it really is the little things that add up. So this month, after you have done your why, your income, and your expenses, you're going to look at your pay period. Let's say you got paid today and you have $1,000 and you know that you're going to get another $200 check next Friday. So, but your regular pay period is $1,000 every 2 weeks. Let's just guesstimate that. So you want to write down everything you have for this next 2 weeks. And when I say everything, I mean everything. Look at your calendar. Do you have a party to go to? Do you have a wedding to go to? What is your food expenses? Is there a night that you know you're probably going to want to go out to eat? You want to really think about what you have going on during this pay period. So you may have bills due, and you want to think about all the bills that are due in this pay period and write those down and deduct them from how much you're making. Think about any debts you have. And also you want to think about savings for things like those unexpected bills or those quarterly bills that seem to just sneak up on you. So then I want you to get an envelope or some kind of system, a paper clip, and I want you to put your grocery money and your discretionary spending. This is an area where people really start to spend a lot of money. So let's say that your discretionary spending is $100 for the 2 weeks. That means you're going out money, your fun money, you're buying clothes money, anything at all. And you know you're going to do this anyway. So put it in there because you're far more likely to spend more if you don't have it. And you're also more likely to spend less if you have the discretionary money. Let me give you an example. I have been recently putting $100 in my personal fund, meaning my personal money, $100 in our going out to eat money, and $150 in our grocery money. Grocery money is a week, personal and fund money, that is 2 weeks. We ran out of our fund money for my husband and I last week. We just had been working my tail off. We had been going out to eat more than we should, just running. I had been too tired to cook. So I had personal money left over. Today, we decided to meet for lunch because we both ended up being off at the same time and having lunch. And so I took that out of my personal money rather than out of our joint checking account because I was rather take it out of my personal money and not have that than to get into our checking account and break my budget. So you want to plan for that. The other thing is knowing that I have a certain amount of cash. For one day I went to the Dollar General and I was just picking up a few things and I knew that I only had like $60 that was in my food money for the week, and food and toiletries, that's all that was left. And I found myself putting things back and thinking very carefully, well, I could buy cat litter today, but I don't really need it. I could wait till next week, and really I ended up walking out of there with a lot less than I normally do. This happened to me at the grocery store too. I started thinking I had $25 left at the grocery store, and I really got serious as to what I needed. I'm really bad about just stocking up when I'm in the grocery store because I hate shopping, and it will really curtail your spending. If you have $100 and you want to go get a coffee, you might think twice about getting a coffee and a cookie, or you might think twice about going to Starbucks and maybe go to a local coffee shop that you know has free or cheap coffee. Because I can tell you that I know a lot of people And it's fine if you budget for it. I do not want to sound judgy, because if you budget for this, it's fine. But I know a lot of people who are spending $5 to $6 a day on Starbucks, or $4 a day on Monster drinks, and have no idea how much money that is costing them. So, because it's just $5, right? It's just $5. Think about this. If you spend $5 5 days a week, right? 20 days out of the month, let's say, that's $100 a month. That's $1,200 a year on coffee, on Cokes. And the fact is, most people spend more than that. So you want to have that discretionary money earmarked. How much are you willing to give up? If you're going out for coffee and beer every week, and you're spending $20 a pop doing that, or going out to eat every day at $20 a pop, that, I know people who never eat meals at home. That is about $600 a month. Okay, $20 a day, every day, and I'm not kidding when I say they eat out every day. That is about $600 a month, almost a modest house payment. So be really thoughtful in your spending when you're doing this, and have a budget for your spending. Next week, we'll have a new topic to go over. We're going to talk about how to get your emergency fund. But this week, let's review. Come up with your why, write down your income and expenses, and go get cash from the bank after you do that, and put it in an envelope or in some sort of system where you have your discretionary and your food. Your gas, you can wait on anything else right now if you want to. So this will help you be more mindful, and I'll see you next week to talk about emergency funds. Thank you. Bye-bye.